If you're wondering why I still haven't got the steering box on or hadn't done any more on that, it's because it's still sitting here in pretty much the same place as, I don't know, a video or two ago. And that's because this nut is, interestingly, hard to find a socket for it. Apparently, I kind of remember doing that with a crescent wrench, an adjustable, to get it off because I didn't have anything. And it's 1 5/16". Nobody's got it. Had the wife driving to all the auto parts and Lowe's and all that yesterday, and nobody's got one. Aces doesn't have it. Gonna have to order one. Always something like that. All right, steering box on officially. Got it torqued to the frame, and then got it tied in there, pitman arm to the steering rod. Thing is, what's odd to me is you actually have inch pounds for these. So I don't have an inch pound torque wrench, so I'm gonna have to go get one of those. I just ran them up until it started giving any resistance for now, because inch pounds are small. And then I can't find torque specs for the idler to the steering arm or the pitman arm to the steering arm. I can't find them. I don't know. But anyway, she moves beautifully. So I think I'm happy with it right now. Calling that done. I'm just gonna do this side first. You can see probably how flaky that is. That should come right off. Fairly non-aggressive green tip on this pressure washer. Not non, but mid-range aggressive on that. We'll see what it does. Well, that didn't last very long. I gotta tell you, this junk pump gas that they got is murder on these small engines. Every year I gotta take the carb off, clean it up, get the thing to run. It ran for about 3 minutes after I had taken the carb off but left all the linkage and just sprayed it down, soaked it with some carb cleaner. Found this small engine repair when I was looking for my carb cleaner, and ran that through it, and that got me about 4 minutes of spraying time before it quit. And so I'm gonna have to take it apart, and I decided to throw it up on the lift here because my back just can't take that. That's why I don't take it all apart every time. The first time I try to get away with as little as I can. His back can't take it. Nealon's out. Nealon was out a long time ago with the knees. Kind of like get down there and it's like pinching a rad hose. Stops all the fluid flow into the vital organs, and I black out. So I tried to get away with it, and then I end up having to take it off anyway. But speaking of rad hoses, we got a coolant leak here. I tried to block it up so I didn't pinch off the soap hose, which I didn't even know I had soap in there. I don't have the wand for it. I got the cheapy Soka guy with the leak at the wand hose, and so I don't even use the soap thing. Didn't know I had any in there, but anywho, I gotta take that apart. It's 36 degrees out this morning, so I'm not doing it yet. I just came out to see if it was still here, and unfortunately it's there, so waiting for me and waiting for the sun to come up, and we'll get that taken care of. Here it is so far. I haven't done any, obviously, steel wool or Scotch-Brites. I don't have any. And I was mostly just looking what I was gonna find here for now. This section, you know, here looks a lot different than this section. I prefer this, obviously. This is a mess. Can't really tell what was going on here because you got a different color that's not the blue. That looks like maybe it was a skim coat, but I'm not finding any where there was any body work done. Kind of see up here, maybe get my camera under here and we can see. I don't know. Anyway, you don't see any body work in the lower part. I'll have to wait till it dries and get on the ground and look up in there. But definitely different than the other half of it. Well, you see that white is not hanging in there at all. Get the Scotch-Brite on there, and it's going to be mostly blue. Go from mostly white to mostly blue, which was the original color. You kind of see a little bit of shine, although they didn't. You know, that's just overspray. It'll shine up really nice, actually. But this is the way it was. You know, not so much on that side, but this was more like the whole thing was. This looks a little darker or more white spot right in here. I wonder if that might not be covering some filler too, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I still want to get the Scotch-Brite on it. Okay, a little background on the paint as it is right now. Granddad bought the truck in '62 from the original owner, which was a friend of his at work. And the original owner had bought the camper after having bought the truck. And this was a camper that was in it then pretty much its entire life until I picked it up and started working on it. Unfortunately, I couldn't save it. It was too far gone. But original owner, when they put the camper in it, they had the truck repainted. So it was originally the teal blue seafoam, whatever you want to call it. And he painted over that white to match the camper. It looks horrible right now, like they used house paint and put it on with a brush. But that's not what happened. After, I mean, decades, it looked fine. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just some odd thing. It didn't age well, is basically the point. It didn't age well, and isn't holding on there too good. But now what is left does not look great. I did scrub it a little bit with, a couple of spots with the SOS pads, and I don't know. I think it looks good, but it's a little different, and it almost looks like it was, like it's fake. So I don't know. Or that something went really wrong with trying to paint it with a paintbrush or something. So I'm not sure. Give me your opinion. Tell me what you think of it, and I'm just gonna keep working on it, because it doesn't hurt anything. If a worst case scenario, it looks terrible, and I just got to take all the paint off and paint it. So I'll keep working on it and showing progress. And so now I have to finish painting the frame. I'm going to paint the top of it. I've been working on the shop, getting a spot cleared to move it in. I'm not going to park it outside. Don't need to. I think I need to get to working on some things underneath and the rear end and get that done. And so I want to do that on the concrete. I don't want to do that out on the rocks anymore. So I'm moving it in. I can put the use the floor jack on it, get it up in the air, and be able to get to some things laying down on the creeper, doing the getting the wire wheel, cleaning up underneath and that kind of thing. Much easier. It's just going to make a mess, which is what I was trying to avoid by having it outside. But oh well, just going to make a mess and clean it up. That's what's going to happen. And so I'll get the rest of that frame done, and the rear end, got some bushings for those control arm beams and whatnot to do. Not tons of work with it, but it's there. There's still progress to be had. So I'm going to keep pushing forward on that, and still at the same time be working on some kind of a plan for the paint and stuff. So okay, till next time.